I've worked for the last 20 years in helping orphans and the most vulnerable abroad in 12 different countries.
I've never had a situation, I visited refugee camps all around this world, where pleading Americans were begging me to up food assistance. And I'm hoping that you can help us to address that crisis. So thank you very much.
Senator Cory Booker spoke from the heart on the Senate floor, urging his colleagues to reconsider deep cuts to foreign aid. With visible emotion, he pointed to a heartbreaking reality. Over 63,000 children around the world are dying each year, not from war or violence, but from hunger we have the power to prevent. Booker didn't just talk numbers. He talked about the faces behind them, calling the cuts a moral failure and a betrayal of our shared humanity. His message was clear. This isn't about politics. It's about saving lives.
To talk to Ms. Blanchard, I'm really concerned about food security, and things are getting exponentially worse on our planet. It's estimated right now, unfortunately, the Trump administration's foreign assistance cuts have already resulted in over 63,000 children dying unnecessarily from hunger. This is heartbreaking. It's a violation of the decency and values of our country. The Rome-based UN Food and Agriculture Organization, the WFP, the FAO, the IFAD, these are critical tools to strengthen the resilience of vulnerable communities who are at risk of hunger. Hunger leads not to horrible death and that is deplorable, but it leads to instability that ultimately could affect our security. So if confirmed, how will you seek to advance the programs that address long-term food security challenges? How do you propose to do that if the U.S. is actually reducing its funding and commitment? And as you know, other nations watch us. When we reduce, they reduce. When we challenge them to do more, as I've done in a bipartisan way here in past years, they do more. And so what impact ultimately do you think the reduction in U.S. funding will have on food insecure countries and communities worldwide?
Senator, thank you for the question. As we all know, food security is bipartisan. We all are in agreement of that, but I do believe we're all in agreement as well of our accountability for our checkbooks. I mean, I account for things that go in and out of my checkbook at home, and I think it's wonderful to reevaluate, and I look forward to the reevaluation process. I personally, and I would never want to put words in the president's mouth, but the fact that he has nominated someone for this position is encouraging to me. I've worked for the last 20 years in helping orphans and the most vulnerable abroad in 12 different countries. I'm a believer in it. I realize it's national security, but I do also realize that there's been instances where malaligned players have gotten a hold of food and used it against us or our allies. So I certainly look forward to meeting with you and this whole committee.
So I'm out of time. I want to be respectful. I just want to say this. When I was on the Chad-Sudan border, and I've never had a situation, I visited refugee camps all around this world, where pleading Americans were begging me to up food assistance, and were being very clear with me as I looked at malnourished babies of what would happen if we didn't increase food assistance. Well, we have done worse. We've limited funding, and I've now heard directly about the children that have died there. There is a moral urgency that I know reflects deeply within your faith tradition and my faith tradition. I beg of you publicly, when it comes to crises like we're seeing in Sudan, to please be a call of conscience to this administration, should you be confirmed, to please demand in private that we step up to American tradition and the moral urgency that has been supported in a bipartisan way. We are watching children die at rates that should stun the conscience of Americans, and I'm hoping that you can help us to address that crisis. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Senator.
Senator Rush.
Thank you. Ms. Guilfoyle, I want to drill down a little bit more into the issues between Greece and Turkey.
Certainly.
You know, they're both NATO allies.